On Parameswaran from Agence France Press. There was one part where you mentioned that there's a lack of trust in the media. What's the basis for this? Is it misrepresentation of facts or perceptions?
Do you want to No. Well, when we talk about China in the media, so often we heard this is China is a country, kill baby girls, eat dog meat, export bad ties, and poisoned food, and etc. This kind of, coverage, certainly to a certain extent, all these things may be true to a certain extent, but out of proportion. And the same things that if Chinese coverage of the United States also probably exaggerate certain problems, certain issues. So also out of proportion, For example, that if you cover about a school shooting, I mean these things happen in the United States, but not happen every day, right? Not that everywhere certainly, but sometimes the media could have such kind of kind of story. So sometimes my friends came to the United States, they were very much worried, particularly attend school. They thought like we should wear some kind of protection every day, but this is certainly not the case. So this is also exaggerated. So I think public opinions about the criticism of the media or reservation about the media has some validities. So I think it certainly tell us, those who work in the media, to try to provide a more balanced view, more objective view. And for both countries, it's very, very important.
I think from China's side, also, I just at one point, actually, the low trust to the media is mainly from the overly commercialized of the media use. And if you look at the product safety problem, and always with advertisement first and say everything in the product is good, but then what would happen? So that's really the big issues. And also, if you look at the political report, corruption report is very interesting, because before anybody will be disclosed, and the guy always will look at everything's right, but after that the guys become everything's wrong. So it's same thing as you even look at both from the political side or from the commercial side. I think the media seems like not really, is rely on the fact that something like easily be manipulated either by the commercial power or by political power.
This also does show the tremendous power of media images, and that stereotypes and long-standing images continue to play a powerful role in these perceptions.
Any final questions? Actually, let me just conclude with two very quick questions, if I could. As we enter into next year's American presidential campaign election, is there anything that candidates can take away from the results of this survey? Cheng?
I think that our survey shows that the gap, difference between elite perception and general public's perception, and sometimes, use China as a target or China bashing may have a backlash. So politicians should be very, very careful. And at the same time that, yes, we can criticize China in various issues, environment, energy, food safety, and human rights, and etc. But also, that does not necessarily mean that, we should go back to economic protectionism. And general public does not follow that, perception. And certainly try to, differ tremendously in that area.
And Frank, what can the average American, especially the average Chinese American, take away from this survey?
That there is overall tremendous positive sentiment on both sides, and that there is no substitute for direct contact and experience of all the ways to change people's minds, getting to know someone of Chinese descent, traveling to China, becoming familiar with the culture. That's far more effective than anything else in bringing about this positive change. Even to the extent, however, that there is some negative sentiment, the American public believes that the United States government plays a role and needs to do more. So for all of us, especially those of us who are Chinese Americans, it means that we have to exercise our rights and fulfill our responsibilities to become more engaged and involved to ensure that this important bilateral relationship continues to flourish.
Well, thank you all for coming to participate in this press conference on the Committee of 100 Unprecedented Mirror Survey. You know, the Committee of 100 is a bridge-building organization of Chinese Americans, and as an organization of leading Chinese Americans, Committee of 100 has a unique opportunity to objectively survey data and present that to strengthen the U.S.-China dialogue. And we hope that this survey and the themes of hope and fear in this unprecedented survey are useful and educational in informing lawmakers and policymakers as they go about their business. Let me conclude by turning to our website, www.committee100.org, www.committee100.org, for anyone who is interested in the full results and full data set from this survey. Also, I'd like to thank, on behalf of our chairman, General Fu, all the people who worked so hard to make this survey a reality, to our co-chairs of the survey, Dr. Cheng Li, Dean Frank Wu, our people who put it on the ground, Victor YUAN and John Zogby, also especially to Young Lu, the research director for Committee 100, for her Herculean efforts as well. So also on behalf of Jenny Ming, our vice chair for media, our executive director, Alice Mong, and the Committee of 100, director of public affairs, An Ping. Thank you all for coming. There is a Chinese media briefing that will take place, and also our 4 panelists will be available for one-on-one interviews as well. So thank you very much for coming. Have a good day.